2026 Brewers regular season game 15. The Brewers will lose against the Nationals 8-6. PJ Pullen with the win. Angel Serpa with the loss, and Gus of Ireland with the save. Top of the first, Brandon Woodruff will throw 1-2-3. Bottom of the first, Bryce Durango will hit a single, then Zach Littell will throw 1-2-3 after that. Top of the second, Brandon Woodruff will throw 1-2-3. Bottom of the second, Zach Littell will throw 1-2-3. Top of the third, Brandon Woodruff will throw another 1-2-3. Bottom of the third, David Hamilton and Joey Ortiz will get back-to-back outs. Oh, baby, Zach Littell versus Bryce. Turbang! Out to left center, a little Oppo Taco. 378 feet at 104 miles an hour. Brewers in the lead, 1-0. After the home run, William Contreras will hit a single, then Christian Yelich will be out number 3. Top of the fourth, James Wood will hit a solo home run, tying it up at 1. Luis Garcia Jr. will get on by a fielding error. Brady House will strike out, and then Dalen Lyle will hit a double. A sac fly by C.J. Abrams will make it 2-1 Nationals, and then Jacob Young would be out number 3. Bottom of the fourth, Garrett Mitchell will be out number 1. Bottom of the fourth, Zach Littell once again. Jake the Rake Powers out to right, little pull side home run. Ties it up at 2, 391 feet at 104.7 miles an hour. After the home run, Sal Frelick will be out number 2 on a ground out. Brandon Lockwood will hit a single, and David Hamilton will be out number 3. Top of the fifth, Yorbert Bibas will hit a single. Drew Miles and Nasim Nunez will get back-to-back outs. Brandon Woodruff would intentionally walk James Wood, and then Luis Garcia Jr. will be out number 3. Bottom of the fifth, Joey Ortiz will be out number 1 on a ground out. And then Bryce Turbang will hit a second home run right here on a sinker right down the middle. Really easy hit right here. 433 feet at 109.6 miles an hour into the Toyota territory. Let's freaking go. Bryce Turbang with his second home run of the game. Brewers in the lead 3-2. After the home run, William Contreras and Gary Sanchez will get back-to-back outs to end out the inning. Top of the sixth, Brandon Woodruff will throw 1-2-3. Bottom of the sixth, Ken Waldichuk would enter the game for the Nationals, and he'd strike out Garrett Mitchell, but he'd get on base. Then he'd be caught stealing. Jake Bowers will hit a single. Sal Frelick would be out number 2, and then Brandon Lockwood would be out number 3. Top of the seventh, Abner Uribe would enter the game for the Brewers. He started by giving up a double to Jacob Young, and then Yorbert Bibas would be out number 1. An RBI single by Jose Tena would tie it up at 3, and then Nasim Nunez would be out number 2. Angel Serpa would enter the game for the Brewers. He started by throwing a wild pitch, and then he walked James Wood. Then an RBI single by Curtis Mead would make it 4-3 Nationals. A double steal would make it 5-3. Then an RBI single by Brady House would make it 6-3. And then Dalen Lyle would be out number 3. Bottom of the seventh, David Hamilton and Joey Ortiz would get back-to-back outs. Cole Henry would enter the game for the Nationals, and he'd walk Bryce Durango and William Contreras back-to-back. El Kraken is back, an absolute crap-down cutter off of Cole Henry, a 3-run shot, tying it up at 6, 400 feet at 106.5 miles an hour. After the home run, PJ Pullen would enter the game for the Nationals. He'd give up a single to Garrett Mitchell, then Jake Bowers would be out number 3. Top of the eighth, C.J. Abrams and Jacob Young would get back-to-back singles, and Yorbert Bibas would be out number 1 on a sacrifice bunt. Aaron Ashby would enter the game for the Brewers, and he'd give up a 2 RBI single to Keibert Ruiz, making it 8-6. Nasim Nunez would be out number 2 on a strikeout, then James Wood would be out number 3 on a ground out. Bottom of the eighth, the Brewers will go 1-2-3. Top of the ninth, Jake Woodford would enter the game for the Brewers. He'd get back-to-back outs to Curtis Mead and Brady House. Dalen Lyle and C.J. Abrams would hit back-to-back singles, and then Jacob Young would be out number 3 on a flyout. Bottom of the ninth, Gus of Ireland would enter the game for the Nationals, and he would throw 1-2-3 to end out the game. Alright, so the Brewers lose 8-6. The record in the regular season is now 8-7, and the Brewers' respective hitter of the game goes to Bryce Durango. The pitcher of the game goes to Brandon Woodruff.